What's up, everybody? My name is Amir Odom, and I was on an episode of Jubilee's Middle Ground series. This episode that I was on was conservative gays versus liberal gays, and it got very tense. So for this video, I'm just going to take you along the entire process, from applying to interviewing to getting on, and my experience filming, and even afterwards. Applying. Honestly, I just applied on their casting website. It was super easy. They always put out different casting and different episodes of Middle Ground that they're doing, and I saw this topic, and I was like, hell, I'll apply and see if I get in. And then 2 weeks later, I got an email back saying they'd like to cast me to do an interview. I met with one of their casting agents, and it was a really cool conversation. It was more chillax, just getting to know me, getting my opinion on certain topics. She was asking me various questions, some of them that were even in the video, and I just myself. It was just a regular like Zoom interview. It was very chill, nothing over the top, and that went well. And then I want to say like 2 weeks after that, I got another email saying, hey, please confirm or deny if you'd like to be on this episode. We'd love to cast you and have you out in LA to be on the show. When I got the email, I almost couldn't believe it because I've always wanted to go on Jubilee Middle Ground. So I was just in shock, and I was like, you know what? Now's the time. I'm gonna go do it. So I flew out to LA and filmed the show, the participants. So before we dive into this video, I want to go through the list of people that were also in it and give you like whose side they were on and my personal interactions with them. So we're gonna start with Barrett. Barrett, so far as I know, from my tellings and clicking his link in bio on his TikTok, he's blocked me on Instagram. Why did he block me? I did kind of pop off on him in the video, and we'll get into that later, but it wasn't even that dramatic. But I don't know, I'm blocked, but apparently he has a big presence on TikTok. I did not get along with him very much at all, just because of the demeanor and how he was on set. It was just very rude, honestly. So that's Barrett. Then we have Clarkson. Clarkson is a conservative. He is a longtime friend of mine. He has a really big Instagram account. He's a really amazing guy, super kind and friendly, really cool and chill. It was fun being on his side and talking with him on the panel. Then we have Kai. I've never met the guy. He was one of the liberals. He was very sweet. Afterwards, we talked a little bit, but he was very kind throughout the entire episode, which I really, really liked. Then we have Mario. He is on the conservative side. I've met Mario at a couple of different events as well. He's very active in his community and his online social media present, so he's a really cool guy. I was aware of him. He was very calm and rational too throughout the episode. Then we have Ryan. He was very snippy, honestly, throughout the entire thing too, but more respectful than Barrett. But that combo, both of them, it was just a lot. It was a lot, but he was very sweet. Ryan was, especially at the end. He apologized for how he was acting. He went and made sure to tell everybody that, you know, we're cool, even have his number. Like, it was night and day. From I think he went in it very a little too hostile and on the defense, but by the end of the recording, he was very cool and calm and collected. So that was really nice to see. And I think I'd love to just share that with you all, because I've been reading the comment section on that video and people are eating him and Barrett up alive. But I will give Ryan his credit that he said he apologized. He was very friendly afterwards, and it was, as far as I know, it was very chill. Then there's Tyshawn. Ty is a new friend. He is so cool. Even afterwards, like we talked earlier today. He was one of my favorite liberals. I mean, he was great. He had a lot of good opinions. He called things out how they were. His facial reactions, he made that episode. And then lastly, we have Zane. Zane was on the conservative side. I never met him before, but he's told me that he's been following me on my Instagram. So major love and shout out to y'all for, you know, being supporters. And it was awesome talking to him and getting to know him. He was very cool. Very middle ground too. He offered a lot of nuance, and he was never this side, that side. He honestly was very open to a lot of different ideas, and that was really valued in the conversation as well. Filming. So we get there, and then we're waiting around a little bit. We weren't allowed to talk to each other at all, whether you're on the conservative side or liberal side. It did not matter. You were not allowed to talk to a soul, and they were very strict with that. That lasted up until they called us in to go to the set. We got in, they mic'd us up, they put us on each side were 4 liberals on one side, 4 conservatives on another. They lined us up, we did a test round, and then we just went right into it. And I will say, we filmed for literally 4 hours. And the full video that they released is nothing but like 55 minutes, I think, which I get, like, hey, I guess you can't put that long of a video on YouTube, but I mean, Joe Rogan does it. I'd love for them to drop the full thing, because there were so many other questions, so many middle grounds met. Props to them for getting it down to 55 minutes, but I think there's a lot of great content in there, and I'd love for them to release the full thing, but I doubt they ever will. Key moments. All right, let's talk about some key moments that I took away from the full video that they released. There's 3 of them, one of them being our conversation about pride. When we were talking about pride, it got a little confused because some of us thought that they were talking about pride parades, and then some of us thought we were talking about like the actual pride, like being prideful in who you were. So the conversation got a little confused, but overall it was a good conversation. Something that I think the liberals really didn't want to address or really didn't believe was how bad pride has gotten and sexualized it is, because they kept saying, oh, it's rare for the nudity, it's rare for the children to be exposed to like bad things, but it's happening everywhere. I talk about it all the time. I show it all the time on my channel. It is a thing that's happening and it's rising even more and more. And that's something that they just did not comprehend, and it just felt like it was such a rarity. Another key moment from this video is the sheer hostility that came because of Ryan and Barrett. They really went in on Mario for passing legislation that barred people from under 18 transitioning, and they weren't letting him talk, and I was getting so frustrated because I feel like Jubilee has changed a little bit and they're a little more unhinged, and it was almost as if they were treating it like an episode of Housewives. Like everyone was arguing and I was expecting the director to step in and say, hey, we're here for a middle ground, actually talk. But no, I snapped. I went off. I told the director, I'm like, are you even gonna do anything?
Are you gonna let him step in?
Like, let him finish. Let him finish.
People talk.
Like, why are we here? Is there no moderation? Are you just gonna let people just yell at each other and talk over each other? Or are we actually gonna have a conversation? So there was that moment where I told the director, I'm like, are you not gonna do anything? And then a few seconds after that, Barrett kept talking over Mario, and I snapped a little bit on Barrett.
He's pissed off more than you. And he's quiet. Just let him, you're gonna get your point out.
And I guess he didn't like that. But yeah, I was just tired of it. I was frustrated. I didn't like how I had to sit here and moderate the panel. Like that should be someone's job at Jubilee. No one from Jubilee was really taking the initiative to make sure that conversations were being had. They were taking initiative to shut people down. Like I got cut off a lot by the director. And there was even one point, I forgot what question it was. I'll pull it back in the clip, but she was like, hey, can we not talk about sex? Flat out.
Can we not talk about who we're having sex with?
I'm like, what's the root word of sexuality? Like, what are you talking about? No one's getting profane. No one's getting graphic, sharing our opinion and giving the actual of how we feel. And I don't know, dude. It was interesting. And then another key moment lastly was the dating the trans men. I can't believe they even kept this in. I got confused because they asked us, will we ever date a trans man? And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, they're asking us about male to female. And so I stepped forward and said I would, hypothetically date one. Because I mean, there's varying differences of femininity in guys. So I'm like, sure, why not? And I'm sitting down and we're all talking and they're all like, Amir, trans man is female to male, meaning they don't have a penis. And I'm like, well, why is anyone sitting down? I thought all of us are gay. Like, what? So that opened a can of worms because apparently they were saying that you can be a gay guy that sometimes have sex with a girl.
Lots of gay men that we can call gay all day and all night that occasionally have sex with women.
Now, in what world is a gay man having sex with a girl? That man's not gay, he's bi. That was so frustrating because it bugs me when our definitions aren't in line. And when definitions aren't in line, it makes it really hard to have a conversation and actually talk. So for me, a gay man is someone that is a man that messes with a man, which a man is someone with a penis, so a penis and a penis. But they were saying that you can be a gay man that sometimes get with girls. And I'm like, child, what? In what world does this make any sense? So that was frustrating. Those are the three key moments that I really took away from the video. The talking about pride, the hostility, and me being a moderator when I shouldn't have been in the first place, and then the whole trans and what being gay means. But overall, it was a really good video, really good conversation. I wished it was longer. There were so many good nuggets. I feel like I talked a lot, but I feel like it wasn't really shown or displayed much in the video. But overall, I mean, I'd go back again. I would, but depending on the topic, I just really wish that they had a moderator, and I wish that they made the videos longer, because why are you having to sit in there talk for 4 hours straight if you'd only drop an hour? I get, even when I record these YouTube videos, it is longer than when it's put together, but 4 hours to one? Like, damn. It's wild, but that's my experience. That's everything that I went through regarding the Jubilee video. Be sure to give it a watch. I'll put the link below to their channel. Thanks again for all my amazing supporters. We're past the 100K mark. Hello. That's crazy. I'm gonna talk about that in another video as well, but thank you all for the support and sharing my content. It means the world to me. And again, just thank you for being you, existing and being there and sharing my content. It means so much to me. You have no idea. And I hope that you're having an amazing, amazing day, that you're taking care of yourself. You're going after your goals and dreams, and understand that no one can stop you but you. So do what you need to do to become the best version of yourself. And I love you very much. And as always, I will see you in the next video.